honestly, just fantastic video. Really, really good. Just really well done, to be honest. Hello and welcome to Stammering with me, John, a husband and a father who has stammered for over 30 years. So today we are going to be looking at some videos again, and the whole point of this is to look at the good and the bad and to see basically what the facts are out there about people who have a stammer. So today's video, I'm hoping that it's going to be a good one on the side of good, because it's a TED talk and these are normally really good and insightful videos. So today's is about embracing the insecurities of having a stammer. So without further ado, let's get to it.
One 1% of the world's population experiences stuttering. 1%. But this talk is for everyone else, to help you better understand.
Now, I like how he's started off with that. For me, I think that's a really good indication that somebody obviously knows what it's like to have a stammer. And actually, the point that he's just made there is that this is not necessarily for people that have a stammer. This is for everyone else to understand that, and I really like that. So, really well done on that.
And the challenges that we face. Everyone can see the physical struggle when someone is having a stuttering block, but the psychological battle is still wildly misunderstood.
And that's a really good point there, because you can see the physical actions. I mean, there's been times where I would have hated to have seen the face. Now, the psychological part for me for that is that, you know, you almost second guess what people think. So you see your face and it's contorting, and you're physically trying to get out a word and it's a block, and then that exacerbates the situation, makes it worse. So then it just makes stammer worse as well.
The ancient Greeks, for all their wisdom, attempted to cure stuttering by having people speak with rocks in their mouth. They would even cut off pieces of your tongue to alleviate an invisible tension. Fortunately, for people like me, speech therapy and coaching has come a long way since then.
Now, he's made the point there about the speech therapy and things like that have come a long way, and you know, I think just by listening to him speak and how he's coming across, I think they've done a, you know, whatever or whoever he's been to see has done a fantastic thing. You know, he clearly you know, has been through the therapy, and yeah, so well done on that as well.
In the next few minutes, I'm going to give you an insight into the mindset behind how it feels to have a stuttering block. Stuttering is like walking along an unreliable bridge. The bridge is your voice, and below is a river that you do not want to fall into. The deeper your insecurities and the lower your self-esteem.
I like that there. You know, he obviously, one of the things that I've kind of picked up is when there's something that you care about, or you're thinking about it, that may cause a stammer. So what he's done there is I like how authentic that he is there, and he hasn't tried to hide anything, and I like how they've not cut that bit out. So yeah, I mean, this guy's coming across extremely well. Really impressed so far.
The deeper the river and the bigger the fall. As you walk along this bridge, step by step, word to word, you can feel the bridge creaking and tension rising. It's almost inevitable that you will fall into this river of shame, embarrassment, and previous negative experiences. You reach the first massive gap and freeze. Something is preventing you from making that next step, and the next word seems out of your reach. You take a deep breath and begin to jump, but hold back. You try again and again, and eventually you make that leap. You just about reach the other side, and you cling onto that sound for dear life to pull yourself up and over to complete that word. This process repeats itself several times a day.
That's an interesting way to look at the stammer. So I don't know if this is his opinion or whether this is something that's been put to him, but I've never really thought about it as a kind of bridge and like a fall. I've always seen it personally, me, as a wall and a block, so a physical wall that you can't see, as opposed to a fall. And this is the thing about, again, harks back to the point that he made, which is absolutely true. The psychological impact. Now, psychological things are personal, and obviously his experiences have led him down this path of a bridge and the water, and my path has led me down to it being brick walls and kind of being contained and being restricted from the words. So I've always seen it as walls and climbing up walls, and kind of every single time that you block on a word, it's like you're trying to climb up a hill, and then you manage to climb up that hill and you're really, really tired, and then you come and then you have to go down the hill, but then of course you then have another big hill, and this is every time that you have a block. So you know it's really physical and tiring. So it's just really interesting about how he feels about the stammer and the analogy that is used. So really interesting.
It can be mentally draining and very stressful. And as you get older, more difficult bridges await and big life decisions. You start avoiding. You avoid words, sounds, careers, relationships, and eventually life.
He's absolutely hit the nail on the head here, and this is why I think it's important that when we talk about stammering, we listen to people like this, because he's absolutely hit the nail on the head that you avoid, and that's what got me into a place, is that you do avoid, and you avoid life. It impacts, you know, jobs, you know, how you are with people, you know, 100%, and then you avoid life. And this is absolutely true. He's summed it up perfectly. Just really, really well done. Just summed it up fantastically. So
once I realized it was okay to jump into that river and face my insecurity, reveal my insecurity, my ability to express myself and be myself opened up. It's taken a long time, but I'm no longer afraid of stuttering openly in public. That was the key to my freedom. I took control of the narrative. And if you are facing an invisible struggle of your own, that could be the key to yours.
Wow, 100% right. You know, I am a covert, and what that means is that I do everything to make you think that I don't have a stammer. So basically that I avoided words for a very long time, and it wasn't until I basically got myself into a position where I just couldn't take it anymore. It's only when I embraced it that, you know, you do take control of the narrative, and that's absolutely true. You take control of it. It's still a difficult thing to handle at times, because, you know, there are things that you've learned to do with certain behaviours that I've learned that it's taken a whole life. So you have to take another whole life to unlearn the habits that you've learnt. But it is true, when you embrace it and when you live the life that you want to live, then things become easier.
If you happen to come across a person who stutters, or anyone experiencing a visible or invisible challenge, just give them time to walk along their bridge and appreciate that there is a river beneath that you cannot see or fully understand.
100% right. You know, if you do come across a person, do not finish what they're trying to say, because they're trying to, as he says there, they're trying to walk along their own bridge, they're trying to climb their own wall, they're trying to get there, and just sit there and marvel really at the effort that they're going to, you know, the fact that somebody's speaking to you and they're going through effort. And I mean, it is effort, and they're going through that effort, they're putting themselves through that to speak to you. I think that should be commended. So the video was short, but 100% probably one of the best things I've heard. And why I like it so much is because it's come from somebody who has clearly a lifetime of experience, who comes from a place of understanding, you know, who clearly has thought about this, and it's just true. I mean, in the 3 minutes or so that he's just had there just to talk, he's pretty much summed up, I think, most stuttering experiences. And you know, what you see there is you see the hard work and the effort, and I applaud him completely. You know, he clearly has put in the hard work. Now, the only comment on that is that you see that hard work and you think, oh, actually, you know, he's cured. 100% he's not cured. 100% the amount of effort that took for him to stand there, and you can see he wasn't 100% comfortable, but to have the bravery to stand there, to put a message across, something he feels really passionate about, is amazing. And honestly, just fantastic video. Just really good. Just sums up really what you know, years and years of trying to hide stuff. Yeah, just really well done, to be honest with you. Yeah, it's true, but it's emotional because, you know, I completely understand what he's obviously been through, and you know, it's inspiring really just to understand what someone like that has been through, and you know, to stand there, put himself up there, to be passionate about something and almost be free. It's amazing, really, and yeah, it's I just admire the honesty, bravery, the putting himself out there on the line for people to see, and it's inspiring. So well done, fantastic.